Are you that person who only hears from others when they need something from you?
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm so glad you found us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Let's grow together.
In a tranquil village, far off among the sunny, expansive wheat fields, lived a fellow named Alistair. Everyone in the area knew him. If a carriage axle snapped in the road, the response was, "Go get Alistair." If the rain started pouring and a gutter needed mending, call Alistair. Whether someone needed profound counsel, physical labor, or simply company, Alistair was always there. He had an inability to turn down requests. He genuinely believed that constantly assisting others was the true measure of a good individual. And, in a way, it was. Yet, slowly, Alistair's own existence ceased to belong to him. His own small farm lay half-tilled. His house desperately needed basic roof repairs. But he was consistently out, tending to another person's dilapidated structure. Each dusk, as he returned, exhausted and covered in dust, his elderly mother would often sigh softly and ask, "Alistair, my son, you help every soul, but tell me, who offers assistance to you?" He would offer a weary smile. "It's fine, Mom. Eventually, they will remember my generosity." But that acknowledgement day never arrived. One evening, dark, oppressive clouds gathered overhead. The villagers rushed urgently to safeguard their ripening crops before the torrential downpour. Alistair, too, ran swiftly to aid his friend, Barnaby, whose massive stacks of hay were still unprotected outdoors. Working shoulder to shoulder, they quickly covered everything securely. Meanwhile, Alistair's own important grain lay exposed in his patch. The storm hit ferociously. By the time he managed to get back home, the effort was pointless. His entire annual yield was utterly destroyed. He slumped onto his veranda, hair soaked, silently gazing at the desolate, muddy patch of earth that had once held all his aspirations. His mother spoke softly that night, "You saved all the other harvests, but your own was lost." Alistair offered no reply, yet something fundamental within him cracked irrevocably. The next morning, Alistair made a pilgrimage to the village perimeter to consult Elder George, an insightful old farmer whose cottage stood by the flowing river. "George," he admitted, "I am utterly confused. I dedicate myself to everyone, yet I feel hollow. I'm not physically drained from the labor, I'm mentally exhausted from the people." Elder George regarded the steadily moving river and posed a question, "Alistair, look at this watercourse. It willingly provides life-giving hydration to every field, forest, and creature. But tell me, when the seasonal rain is excessive, and the river forgets its intended borders, what ultimately happens?" Alistair considered this carefully. "It overflows its banks and damages everything in its path." "Exactly," George confirmed. "Even selfless compassion must operate within a clear structure. Without defining those limits, it transforms into a devastating, personal sacrifice. Stop trying to be the solution everywhere for all people. Start carving out space to be present for yourself." Then, he tasked Alistair with a simple challenge. For the forthcoming 7 days, do not give an immediate affirmation. When any individual asks for assistance, pause, and truthfully ask yourself, "Do I possess the capacity to give this right now?" If the truthful answer is no, simply state, "Not today, but perhaps another time." Observe the outcome. That week felt profoundly strange to Alistair. On day 1, Barnaby came sprinting up. "Alistair. My ox is unwell. Come quickly and help me guide him to the physician." Alistair glanced at his partially plowed, waiting land. His feelings pulled him in two opposing directions. He took a deep, steady breath and spoke, "I am truly sorry, Barnaby. Today, I must prioritize finishing my essential work here." Barnaby stared back, stunned. "Are you actually declining?" Alistair confirmed with a nod. "Yes. I can certainly assist you tomorrow, but today, I cannot." Barnaby frowned deeply and walked away in disappointment. Alistair experienced a sharp pang of guilt, but he continued his fieldwork. By the sun's descent, for the first time in many months, his soil was ready for planting. The following day, various neighbors approached with minor requests. Alistair offered his polite refusal, but held firm. That night, he felt a tranquility he hadn't experienced in years. On the fourth day, a surprising event took place. Heavy rainfall returned, and indeed, Alistair's own leaky roof started dripping aggressively. He scanned his surroundings. No one appeared to offer aid. He managed a sad little smile, recognizing that when he was universally available, everyone sought him out. Now that he had deliberately stepped back, only quiet emptiness surrounded him. But instead of feeling furious or resentful, he experienced a strange sense of fortitude. He repaired the damage himself. Entirely alone. That night, resting safely under his repaired ceiling, he murmured softly, "So this is the tangible sensation of self-respect." Weeks rolled into months. The new Alistair was noticeably different. He no longer frantically rushed to satisfy every person. He deliberately chose inner peace over external validation. And a remarkable thing started to happen. People began to genuinely respect him. Barnaby learned to manage his own minor crises. Neighbors ceased appearing at his door for insignificant errands. Alistair's farm flourished, his crops growing healthier than ever. His personal well-being improved dramatically. His sincere smile returned. And oddly enough, people still appreciated him, perhaps even more, because he wasn't the man who did every single thing for all people. He was the person who finally understood his own true value. One sunset, Elder George paid a visit to Alistair's home. He surveyed the thriving, healthy fields and asked, "So, Alistair, did the world collapse when you stopped being accessible to everyone?" Alistair smiled genuinely. "No, George. It only fundamentally improved for me." George gave a slow, knowing nod. "When you stopped mindlessly saying yes to others, you finally made the most important affirmation, you said yes to yourself. That moment," he concluded, "is when everything truly transforms." So, my friend, do you find yourself mirroring Alistair's past? Always there for everyone else, yet internally depleted? Remember this vital truth: refusing a request does not make you a deficient person. You are simply prioritizing calm focus over perpetual obligation. When you cease being the everywhere man for every individual, you finally establish your own identity. People only truly respect what you actively defend. Therefore, protect your calendar, your inner peace, and your vitality. If this narrative resonated deep within you, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to Winds of Thought, where every story is a compass for a better life.